So essentially we are using the Cloud Firestore database, and then we took the value which was stored inside keyboard and then we displayed it on the console. Okay, so with this we have performed the read operation. Now let's put in the update operation. Okay, so with this now let's add in a very simple operation called delete. Okay, so now after getting this particular product, now we want to ask the user if you want to buy this product. Okay, and now if the user decides to buy this product, then we want to delete it from the server, because now the user has bought it and we no longer have that particular product listed. Okay, so now let's print, do you want to buy? And after do you want to buy, now let's also display the name of the product. So do you want to buy keyboard? So over here we have plus and then we have product. So this is the name of the product which the user has entered. Okay, so do you want to buy product? And then if the user says yes, so over here let's take the input. So now we have choice equal to input. Okay, so with this we have accepted the user input and we have stored it inside a variable called choice. Okay, so now after doing this, now let's analyze the value of this particular choice. So now with this we have if conditions inside Python. So we have if and then round brackets. So now inside round brackets, now we want to put in the condition for which we want to check. So over here we have if choice is equal to y. So essentially if the user says yes, now we want to remove this particular document from the database. Okay, so over here now let's remove everything. So over here if choice is equal to y, then we have a colon, and now on a new line in Python, unlike any other language, you don't have brackets where you write in code, but essentially inside Python everything is written after a colon, but then you have some space left from the margin. So over here let's print out deleting the product. Okay, so over here any text that you write after leaving some space from the margin is considered to be inside this particular if condition. Okay, so with this we have asked the user for his choice, and after checking for his choice, now we are deleting the product. Okay, so with this let's again run the program. Okay, so we have python3 demo.py. Now we have welcome to my e-commerce platform. What are you looking for? Okay, so over here let's type in keyboard. Okay, and now after typing in keyboard, now this gives us the object or the properties of keyboard which are stored inside Cloud Firestore, and this data is stored permanently. So if you shut down your computer, or if you refresh something, or if you create a new instance, then still this data is present at the same place. So you can delete it, and that is the only way in which you can remove some data from Cloud Firestore. Okay, so over here, do you want to buy keyboard? So now if I say Y for yes, then it says deleting the product. Okay, so now with this, let's create an entire menu driven program which asks the user for some multiple options, and then based on those options, let's perform some tasks. Okay, so first of all, we want to display what exactly can be done by the user. Okay, so first of all, now let's create everything as new functions. Okay, so over here, the first function which we have, so in Python, in order to create a new function, you use the def keyword. Okay, so after def, if we simply type in hello world, and then round brackets, and then if we type in a colon, so inside hello world, after leaving some space from the margin, then we can print hello. Okay, and then if we run this particular function, then we will be printing out hello. Okay, so now similarly, let's create a new function which says search product. Okay, and then search product just takes in a name of the product that you want to search for. Okay, so over here we have name. Okay, so now inside this function, now let's print out the contents of this particular product. Okay, so essentially over here, the product which we are looking for is inside this particular collection. And now from that collection, we want to look at a particular document, and then we want to print out the contents of this particular document. Okay, so over here, this is the collection. Then this is the statement where we are looking for one particular product inside this collection. So now let's remove this from here, and then let's paste it inside the function. But now if you want anything to be inside a function, then you have to make sure that it is at some distance from the left margin. So over here, let's press tab, and with this, it is present inside this particular function. So now after getting this particular product, let's print out. So over here we have print, and then we have user product. Okay, so with this we are printing the product that the user has asked us to search. Okay, so now let's remove this. So do you want to buy the product? Let's remove everything. And over here, now we need to call this particular function. Okay, so let's make sure that the function is declared above the usage. Okay, so over here after the function, now as we are writing from the margin, then this means that whatever content that we are typing in is present is after the function. So after this particular execution is done, then we want to work on this particular content. So with this, we have asked the user, what are you looking for? Then the user has told us his choice of product, and now we want to print this product. So to do that, let's call the search product function, and inside search product, now let's pass in this variable product. Okay, so over here we have product. Okay, so now let's run the program. Okay, so with this, what exactly are you looking for? So this time I'm looking for a mouse, and now if I wait, the price is 200. But essentially, this particular price is generated from this function. So with this, let's keep on creating more functions for our program. Okay, so over here we have welcome to my e-commerce platform. Then what are you looking for? So now instead of this, after the user has searched for a product, now we want to also ask the user if he wants to update this particular product. Okay, so to do that, now after looking for a product, now let's ask the user if he wants to update this particular product. So over here we have print, do you want to update the price? Okay, so now after asking the user if he wants to update the price, so now let's create another new function over here which says update price. Okay, so to do that, we have def update price, and then inside def update price, now we take in name of a particular product, and after taking the name, now we also want to take in the new price. Okay, so inside this function we pass in the name and the new price. Okay, So now let's type in a colon, and on a new line, now let's start defining, or let's start changing the price. So over here, now we want to get the document. Okay, so over here, in order to update something, first of all, we have all products. So all products is a list of all of the objects inside our database. So inside all products, we have .document, and inside document, we want to pass in the document name. So over here we have name, and then we have .update. Okay, and update has a set of round brackets, and now inside update, now we basically have to pass in a dictionary value. Okay, so over here, if you look at the object data storage structure, then essentially we are passing in a dictionary value for update. So over here we are creating a key and a value, and every key value pair is enclosed with curly brackets. So over here inside update, we have curly brackets, and now inside update, now let's assign a key. So for each and every variable, the price is stored inside a field called price. So over here inside key, we have price, and then for the value, we have new price. Okay, so with this, now we have new price. And finally, let's just print out this particular document in order to make sure that the price has been updated. Okay, so over here we have print, and now inside print, let's just simply type in this same function, or let's call this same function. So over here we have search product, and inside search product we call in the name. Okay, so with this we have updated the price of a particular product, and then we are displaying the name of that particular product, or we are displaying the contents of that particular product. Okay, so after this, now let's ask if you want to update the price. So now if, so now inside if, now we want to take in some input from the user. Okay, so over here choice is equal to input. So now if the user says yes, so now if choice is equal to y, so now if choice is equal to y, now we want to update the price of the product. Okay, so if choice is y, then let's put in a colon, and over here let's simply ask the user for a new price. So now price is, so first of all, let's display a message which says what is the new price. Okay, and now after displaying a message which says what is the new price, now let's take the price as an input from the user. So over here we have price is equal to input. Okay, and now price is input, and after getting a particular input, now we simply want to update the program. Okay, so over here the method which we are calling is update price. So we have update price, and update price takes in two parameters. So the first parameter is the name of the product that we want to update. So over here the name is this particular variable which we have accepted as an input from the user. So let's copy this. So first of all we have the name product, and then we have the new price. Okay, so now let's test the program. So let's open the Cloud Shell. Let's type in clear, and now let's run the program by typing in python3 demo.py. And now what are you looking for? So now I have mouse. Okay, so now the price is 200, and I decide that I am a seller and the price is very cheap. So now I want to modify the price. So now I type in Y. So now what is the new price? So now the new price is 500. So let's press enter. And now we got this update from Cloud Firestore which says price is 500. So now let's check if the same change has been done here. So over here, as you can see, the price for mouse is 500, which is a pretty good thing, because now from Python we are updating a variable which is present inside Cloud Firestore.